So y'all, it's your boy eBay Fight Predictions in the building, and I'll be giving you guys my full card predictions for UFC Vegas 33. Obviously, I didn't end up doing the recap. Sorry about that. I was super. I did do a stream though, so I gave y'all that. But I was just so dead that day, and I had a bad headache. But I was able to kind of push through. If you were listening to, you could tell, dude, I was about to like break after the Macy Barber Miranda Maverick fight, but it is what it is, you know. Can't blame me. You put two hoes in you put two hoes in there and all they do is punch air. It is what it is. But hey man, good card, good sneaky card right here. I wouldn't say it's anything really special. Watch, but I will watch it, and I promise y'all a recap. No stream though. But it is what it is. Y'all already know work and yeah, it is. But luckily, today's my birthday, so it is, or well, not today, but the day you're gonna watch this video is my birthday. So that's Monday. But yeah, you already know your boy eBay, turned 20. What? But yeah, man, can't wait to talk about this card. But it is what it is. And yeah, and good picks, man. Any guys that pick TJ, man, good on y'all. I just want to say that, really clutch right there. But yeah, man, let's talk about these fights. Ryan Benoit versus Zarrukh Adashev, man. Interesting, Zarrukh is still in the UFC. He's not a bad fighter, I would say. Actually, I was actually somewhat impressed by his Sue Mudurji fight. Obviously, we all know he got treated like a complete hoe against Tyson Nam. But, I mean, I think he's somewhat, I wouldn't say undersized, but I just think he, needs more experience and, just to get more fights. But he's not a bad fighter. His record is somewhat deceiving. He's tough. He comes in there to fight. Ryan Benoit, I mean, he's another guy, really deceiving record. I think a lot of people thought he won his last fight against Tim Elliott. I thought he lost, but it is what it is. But it was a good fight. The guy, he has knockout power. He's knocked out, I think, Sergio Pettis. So one of the better wins he has. Really good Muay Thai. Zarrukh is gonna strike with this guy, and if anyone knows about Ryan Benoit, he's good striking. And I think Benoit can win this. I don't know if he can knock him out. Obviously the loss to Haley Alateng isn't good. Losing to Brandon Moreno will be a split decision isn't bad. But yeah, his last one was against Ashkan, I think that's a Mutarian via head kick. That was 3 years ago. So he hasn't really won in a minute. So needs a win, and I think Zarrukh is going to give him that. And he does have a reach advantage. He does have the 3-inch reach advantage over that guy. So that should be good. Next fight, Philip Rowe versus Kose. Good fight right here. Both guys coming off losses, but apparently they say that this goddamn fool is 7-0. Kose, I guess I don't know what happened to the fucking Sasha Platnikov fight, but I guess they took it away from. Yeah, Rowe's the better fighter overall. Kose, he showed me he has good power in the first, and that's about it. Rowe, I mean, his boxing is really good. Go check this kid out on YouTube, man. He has really good boxing. Obviously the key to beat him is, honestly, we saw it in his Gabe Green fight. It's leg kicks. You got to kick this kid's leg. He's tall. He's rangy. I would say one of the things you got to work on is, checking more kicks. But even in the, jiu-jitsu department, he looks really strong. He's grappling with guys like Jacare Souza, Rodolfo Rivera. This kid has a lot of potential. He's a legit sparring partner for Mike Perry when Mike Perry was really good at the time. So, yeah, I think it's a good, really good matchup. Can Kose win? Maybe, but Kose's a hammer. If he gets in any bad positions, and obviously the range and the length is gonna mess with him, I think Philip is gonna have his way with him. And I think just seeing how the way he quit against Sasha, it left a bad taste in my mouth, and yeah, I didn't like it. But it is what it is. He could turn it around. Next fight, great fight right here. Trevin Jones versus Ronnie Lawrence. I mean, Ronnie, I was super impressed in his last fight. I did pick against him. But ever since he actually has moved to Stanford MMA, which is dope. But what he did to Vince Cachero, that was insanity. But Trevin Jones, on the other hand, beating Mario Batista, he did beat Timur Valiev, but I guess I don't know. He tested positive for something. Those two wins right there, it should. I feel like he should be the favorite almost. Just his value. But, you look at his record, and I guess just some people think a lot of these are flukes, And I am really, really impressed with Ronnie Lawrence, but I think Trevin Jones hits so hard. He hits so fucking hard. But I am a big fan of Stanford MMA, the second best MMA gym in the world, in my humble opinion. Obviously, AK is at number one. It'll always be at number one for me. Y'all know me. But yeah, honestly, I would have really picked Trevin Jones if it wasn't based on the camp. I'm a big fan of those guys. They really, really do special work with guys. Look at what they did with Brendan Allen. Obviously, it took him a while for him to get on, but I mean, he's looked amazing in his last 2 fights. I think Ronnie's going to have a good performance. I think the wrestling is going to be a factor in here. Trevin Jones, he's a good fighter. He hits really hard, but I'm not a big fan of his MMA IQ, I would say. Even the Mario Batista fight, he was going for takedowns that I was like, why are you going for that? He puts himself in a lot of bad positions, but he knows how to come back though. So that's what makes me scared. I wouldn't really put any money on this. I don't know. But I'm leaning towards Ronnie Lawrence to be a decision. Next fight, Ashley Yoder versus Jinyu Frey. Good fight, man. I like Jinyu Frey. I picked her in the last fight. Ashley Yoder looked like complete trash against Angela Hill, but that's Angela Hill though. Yoder's 36. She is the smaller girl by a lot, and she's a good fighter. I think she did her last camp out of Fortis MMA. They're a good gym. Yoder, I mean, she looked bad against Hill, but that's a girl that beat her before. You know, Hill kind of owned her, I think, and she kind of knew what was up. Yoder's younger. Her record is, I mean, not the best, but it's deceiving. She's a good grappler. She's the longer fighter. Jinyu Frey is going to have to make it nasty. I think Yoder, if she can get it on the ground, she can win it. She's a good grappler. I will give Yoder that. Yoder has given people fits. I'll never forget her fight with Mackenzie Dern. I thought she gave her so much problems. Like, I thought she might have won the fight. I thought she got robbed against Souza, but I didn't watch the whole fight though. I only watched the first 2 rounds, and I thought she won those. So it is what it is. I don't know what Souza did in that 3rd round, but I thought Yoder won that fight. Yoder's young. I think she should win this. She should, but I don't know. That last fight she had with Hill, it was really bad. It was really hard for me to watch. But Jinyu's just so small, and now she's a lot older. I like her a lot. I really do. But I think Yoder got this. Next fight, Danny Chavez versus Kai Kamaka. Ooh, man. I've been kind of swishy-swashy on this one. I like Kai Kamaka so much, man. I really do like this kid a lot. He's a fun fighter to watch. Danny Chavez is a fucking beast, though. And Kai's taking this on short notice. I'm going to take Danny Chavez. I was going to go Kai, but, you know, it's almost like I like the kid a lot, man. I like the kid a lot. And he does have the reach. Oh, man. You know what? Fuck it. I'm going to take Kai. Fuck. I was going to take Danny Chavez, but I like the kid a lot. He has the reach advantage in here. I don't know if Danny's going to... If Danny decides to wrestle, he can win this fight. They both have fought TJ Brown. I thought Kai Kamaka won that fight. It was a great fight, but I thought Kai was breaking him. Danny completely dominated TJ. So it's a lot different. Danny's a lot older. He's 34. He's a grizzled vet. He really wants to win this. He's worked with Ricardo Lamas. Ricardo Lamas has said great things about this kid. But Kai, I just feel like he needs to win right now. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. And Danny lost to Jared Gordon. Jared Gordon's a good fighter. It's just he's tough. He's gritty. You know, so no shame in that. And Jared did miss weight, so he's, you know, it is what it is. But I was really gonna come out here and pick Danny, but my heart, oh man, my heart. It would be bad if Kai lost this one. He'd be 3 in a row. So Kai needs a lot more than Danny right now. So I think it's gonna be a scrap though. It's gonna be a really man. Kai can box his ass off, bro. I would say Danny probably has the advantage in the kicking game. I would say that, but man, Kai can box his ass. I think Kai with the reach advantage. It depends. Does Danny wrestle? I don't know. Ah, man. I'm taking Kai. I'm going to take Kai on that one. Next fight, Chris Gudismacher, I think that's her name, is versus Ralph Garcia. I was really impressed with Garcia in his last fight against Nasser Haskarov. His boxing looked really, really good. I think he was more of a grappler too. But yeah, it is what it is. Chris, I mean, he has that win over Joe Lozon, which isn't a bad thing. But yeah, you know, he got, killed against Alex Hernandez. He looked slow, he looked sloppy, he looked fat. But he's a grinder, you know. He works hard. But I just think Rafael Garcia is the better boxer. I think he will defend the takedowns, and he lost to a really, really good fighter, Nasser Haskarov, and that's just a good guy in that division. I think if Chris can get it to the ground, it's okay, but I don't think he does. I think he's gonna get his face boxed off, and I think he loses this round. I think he loses in the second round. I think he gets TKO. So I'm going Rafael Garcia via second round TKO. But yeah, I was really, really impressed in his last fight. They both had the same reach, so they're gonna be in the pocket. And Chris is a lot older. He's 35 in the lightweight division. That's not the greatest thing in the world. Obviously, he's still in his prime, but he's in the near end of his prime. And what Hernandez did to him was just, I don't know, man. It looked like a young man beating up an older dude. That's what it looked like. Like, I've seen that so many times in the street sometimes. It's like, fuck, you know? And Chris looked like an old man that didn't know any better and decided to mess with a young dude, and that young dude laid his ass out. That's what it looked like. Alexander Hernandez just went out there and laid him out. So, and Hernandez is a good fighter, but he shouldn't be getting laid out like that. Next fight, Molesky, I think Baga Hasadan, I don't know. I'm gonna call him his nickname. He got a pretty good nickname, the Gun. Molesky, the Gun versus Collin Alligan. Good fight right here. I've been very wishy-washy on this. I'm gonna take Collin Alligan. I saw what Molesky had in there. His wrestling didn't really look good. It's probably the dog pick that I'm doing. I like Molesky a lot. He's a good kid, but he's a good kickboxer. He's a good fighter, but I think if Collin gets this to the ground, I think he wins this fight. But Molesky, he throws with really bad intentions. He's in there to knock you out, you know? So it is what it is, but I saw what I saw when I was watching his highlights and I saw his Contender Series fight. He can go for takedowns. In terms of records, if we look at it, it's 8-1, 5-1. He has more experience. A lot of people are kind of basing this off of his kickboxing thing, and I get it, but I think Collin Alligan might get the W here. Next fight, Nicco Montaño versus Yanan Wu. I don't know, y'all. I'm super torn on this fight. Nicco Montaño is a complete disgrace, but at the same time, she can say she won a UFC belt. She held it. That's something I can't say. That's something my boy Donald Cerrone can't say. Some of my favorite fighters can't say that. So it hurts knowing that. But I know what she is. She's not the greatest fighter in the world. But what she did on The Ultimate Fighter, she has some really good notable wins. Lauren Murphy, Roxanne Modafferi. Yanan Wu looked not good in her last fight. I'm going to take Nicco, even though her record is garbage. But, I don't know. Hopefully, she's been doing this the whole entire time she pulls out. So, hopefully she doesn't fight, but you never know. Next fight, Mounir Lazzez versus Niklas Stolze. Good fight here for both guys. Both guys need a W coming off losses. Mounir I mispronounced it. Mounir Lazzez. He looked bad. He looked bad against Warlley Alves. That was embarrassing to watch. That was not good. But and then Niklas Stolze lost Rabzin Amiev, which isn't a bad loss to have. So no shame in that. But Mounir, obviously, Alves has accomplished a lot in the division. He has a win over, I think, the number one welterweight in the world in Colby Covington. So it's not a bad guy to lose to, but he just lost his last fight. So, I don't know. Mounir. And then the Abdul Razak Hassan victory doesn't even look that good because Abdul has been going out there and giving out his career like a goddamn Tic Tac. So, I don't know. It's a hard fight for me to judge. Just based on the striking, I got to go with Lazzez. He's the longer fighter. He really, really looked bad against Alves. Looked like he can't take a lot of damage. Doesn't look as durable. But I'm going to take him here. I think he's just a longer and rangier fighter, and I think he gets a decision victory. Next fight, Bryan Barberena versus Jason Witt. Bryan should get this done. I think he should KO him, maybe in the first or the second. Jason Witt is shooting for his life here. He might be able to get it done, but Bryan, I mean, look at the guys he's competed against: Randy Brown, Vicente Luque. You know, nothing against Jason Witt. He's a good fighter, but you know, his chin is just not there. You know, if what's his name? If Takashi Sato is knocking you out like that, you know, I think Bryan Barberena should get this done. And he's fought good grapplers. He fought Jake Ellenberg. He got him out of there. So I think Barberena should get this done in the first round via KO. Next fight, man. This is a sad one right here. Sam Alvey versus Roman Kopylov. I think that's how you say his name. I don't know what Sam Alvey's doing anymore. I don't know if it's for a check. I want to see the guy win, but I don't think he gets it done here. It's just one of those things. I don't know. It's sad to see someone go out like this, but I think Kopylov is the younger guy. He was the more touted prospect. He lost to Carl Roberson, which isn't the greatest thing in the world, but Carl just lost to Brendan Allen, who is proven to be a good fighter, and Marvin Vettori. So I don't think there's no shame in that. Sam, I don't know what he's doing, man. He went to a draw with Jung, so I give him that, but he's gone a really it's getting like a bad losing skid, and maybe he can get it done, but the Julian Marquez fight, I saw what I need to see in there. But next fight, Kang Kang versus Ronnie Yahya. Really, really fun fight. I don't know, man. I might have to go. I think I'm rolling with Mr. Perfect. Ho Kang, I think that's how you say his name. If I'm mispronouncing, I'm sorry. He's on a 3-fight, winning streak. I mean, he looked good. Some split decisions, but I think he has a takedown defense. Yahya, I don't know, man. I didn't think he actually looked that good against Red Rodriguez. I don't know. Kang is the younger guy. Yahya, I mean, he's a submission threat. Kang does have the reach advantage. I think he should, implement that sprawl and brawl mentality, and I think Ho Kang should get this done. Next fight, Gloria de Paula versus Cheyanne Buys. Hi. Now I picked Montserrat to beat Buys. I don't know how I feel about this. I'm gonna take Buys. I don't think she's a good fighter at all. But losing to Jinyu Frey, who's 36, isn't a good look, right? Maybe Cheyanne might lose. I don't know. But Gloria de Paula, I don't know. They're both contender series girls. Gloria does have the reach advantage, so she should be able to use that. But I don't know, man. I don't know which loss is worse. I mean, nah, man. I'm taking Gloria de Paula. Losing to Montserrat, who just all she has is a fucking head and arm throw. That's like, I don't know. Like I'm taking Gloria de Paula. Cheyanne Buys and her husband too. They both went out sad. I think she might go out sad. I think Gloria de Paula is gonna go out there and try to grapple. That's what she has to do. She does have the longer arms. So, and Cheyanne did not look good, and they have similar records. Losing to Jinyu Frey, I think Jinyu Frey is better than Montserrat, so I'm gonna take Gloria de Paula. And next fight, I did talk about this last week. Chris Daukaus versus Shamil. I'm not gonna say his last name. I won't be disrespectful. I'm taking Daukaus by second round TKO. Yeah, he just looks. Shamil, he's fought good competition. He hasn't lost anyone bad, I would say, but it just looks like it's Daukaus' time. He's the faster fighter, and I think Shamil's age is catching up to him. He's a lot older. He got finished in his last fight. It was via ground and pound to Curtis Blades. I don't think Curtis is a bad fighter, so I don't think that's a bad loss to have. But, it's just one of those things. It's like, it's this new breed of heavyweight that they're really pushing. They're trying to push this new generation of heavyweight. We're going to see how good they are. Really, it's at the end of the day, it's Chris Daukaus and Tom Aspinall that they're really pushing. I don't think it's like a generation. It's just two guys, right? The Daukaus brothers are good fighters. I think Chris might be the better one out of the two, which is crazy. Which I didn't think. I actually thought I think the kid's name is Kyle, right? I thought he was gonna be better because of his performance against Brendan Allen, but he's had somewhat of a slip up. But yeah, we're gonna see what Chris has, but I think Chris is just faster. He does have a BJJ black belt. I think he should be able to defend the takedowns, but Shamil's crafty. He's a crafty vet, so you never know. And next fight, the main event: Uriah Hall versus Sean Strickland. I'm picking Uriah Hall via fourth round TKO. I think Hall, he has the reach advantage. Obviously, pressure fighters have killed Hall, but I think this is a part of his story. One of my favorite clips of Tough of all time is that clip of Uriah Hall and Chael Sonnen. And I think this fight is very indicative of Hall's almost his career. Is that speech Chael going to give him just going to almost hit the wall, or is it going to really hit him today? Or is it going to not hit him today, but or hit him that fight, but are those words going to, be true? Is Hall going to live up to those expectations that we've always had of him? And I think he does. I think Sean is a good fighter. I think he's somewhat out there sometimes. I think some guys just don't like Uriah Hall, but and that's why they're kind of picking against him. Sean is, I think, the dog here, but I personally feel like Uriah has overcome some of them demons. I think if you go look at his out of his 4 fights he lost, or no, that he won. I'm sorry, my bad. It's Bevon Lewis fight. So that was a really bad fight for him, and he was getting his ass beat the whole fight. I think he figured something out, and it's been working for him. He's been knocking people out. He just knocked out 2 former champions in Anderson and Weidman. I think Hall should win this fight. I think he has the reach advantage. Working with Fortis MMA, he's a completely different guy. I think he's really transformed, and I'm taking Uriah. And Sean, he's been running his mouth a little too, and I don't have a problem with what he said, but a lot of people did not like the comments he made about Israel and the Palestine situation. I don't want to get into it, because politics ain't my forte. But hey man, karma's a bitch, And Sean has been having a little too much fun on IG, and I think Hall hasn't been. Hall isn't making jokes. He's training hard, and I think Sean is also training. I'm not saying that, but there's just a part of me, what comes around goes around, and Sean is a ruthless motherfucker, and he's gonna have to put a lot of pressure. Obviously, go check my breakdown. I go more in depth with it, but he's gonna have to put a lot of pressure on Uriah. But I think he's a different guy, and I think he's playing this guy in a gatekeeper position, and he's letting the UFC, hey, you keep playing with me, I'm gonna hurt this dude, and I think he hurts him bad in the 4th round. I think the reach is gonna play a factor. I think Sean's gonna walk into shots, and yeah, he's unless Sean is able to cut the angles and put a lot of pressure on him, man, 79.5 to 76, it's somewhat of a disparity right there. He's gonna have to do a lot of stuff to really close the distance, and I think Uriah's gonna have his way with him, and it's not like he's gonna wrestle too, so it is what it is. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It is what it is. I said that twice. But yeah, man, I'm gonna enjoy my birthday by just chilling out. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Tell me where I'm wrong, or tell me where you're disagreeing with me on the picks, I guess. But yeah, go follow me on my Twitter. Go follow me on my IG. And yeah, if you're new, subscribe, like, comment, and I think that's it. I think I've said everything I need to say. And oh yeah, share the video. Let's get this eBay Fight Prediction Nation growing. Love y'all, and goodbye.